Yo, what is up, everybody? We are back with Let's Get Sticky, the round table. We got the topics of Halloween tonight. As you see, I'm in my dumbass costume of.
Holy smokes.
It ain't gonna last long. You're gonna start sweating to death.
I'm already sweating, bro. This thing is no joke. I don't know why it gets so hot, but it is bad. But tonight we have, as you see, we got XhgProdigy with us tonight. We got Lauren with us, and our returning guy, Shulerbop. So, guys, the first topic we're gonna get into is who is the most scariest villain or monster of Halloween? Shuler, start it off.
Ooh, scary. Oh.
Who scared the shit out of
horror
Shuler?
movies and horror movies in general, like scariest?
Yeah, like who scared you the most? Like who was the guy that scared you the most? Or
well, it
whatever
be Freddy,
it was.
dude. I've always loved Freddy movies, so it wasn't Freddy. Jason bored me. I think it had to be Michael Myers.
Michael Myers. I'd be scared of him too, bro.
It had to be Michael Myers, and it wasn't even necessarily the fact it was Michael Myers. It was the fucking music. It was the music. It wasn't even Michael Myers. It was that music. That music was on point, man. Like you could play that today, and it's gonna give you a chill. Like if you're sitting there and somebody just plays it over you, you're gonna look behind you, just looking for some big motherfucker in a Shatner mask. Yeah, it had to be. Dude, it had to be Myers. Had to be the creepiest.
Had to be Myers. All right, Lauren.
The absolute creepiest.
I wouldn't say in the past. I've seen both It 1 and It 2, the remakes, and yeah, he scares the crap out of me for
Have
sure.
you read the book?
But I have not read the book, but
don't do it.
Yeah, I have no intention of reading the book. But
that's just fucking scary.
This isn't exactly a scary movie. It's oh gosh, I can't think of the actor's name.
It's just a villain.
But
like, who?
There's a movie called The Lawnmower Man.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys have seen that, and it's like the guy. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a scene at the end where he's like in this sort of virtual reality, and like I don't know, like his whole like character within this virtual reality world scared the crap out of me. Literally scared the crap out of me. It was nuts.
Yeah, but if it gave you the creeps, if you feel ballsy, read the books. The books gave the book. I'll be honest, the books gave me nightmares.
I've got enough to read. I ain't gonna be reading nobody's.
He said, "I got college. I'm not reading nothing."
It was insanely scary. Like
I ain't gonna be reading nobody's it. Heck no.
No, that damn book's like 4 inches thick.
Yeah, you ever see her college book? Yeah, she ain't reading that.
Yeah.
All right, Prod. Who was your guy or whatever monster or whatever?
God. I would have to say probably Chucky as I was a kid.
That's a good one.
You were scared of my buddy.
Your buddy Chucky.
What scared you? What made you so scared of him?
My buddy.
The fact that I had a Chucky doll, and my grandparents always put that on every time I'd go over to visit, and I thought that fucker was gonna wake up and stab me while I was sleeping.
That's funny. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
That's because it's grandparents. That's how they kept them in check. They were like, "Yeah, go ahead, little motherfucker, act up. We got you."
That's terrorizing, though. Like.
It is though. Like,
that leaves lasting effects.
It does because like I'm scared of dolls. Like I'm petrified of dolls.
Same.
Like, I seen like when I watched Chucky. Chucky didn't really scare me as much, but I was always afraid like dolls were gonna come alive.
You ever seen the Puppet Master? And just
eat you, bro. Like, and then like my wife thinks it's hilarious, and so does my mom. Like my mom, she collects those porcelain dolls.
I don't know if you're
and she has this one. She's had this one.
Puppet Master then.
She's had this one since I was a kid, right? And this thing got this I remember this doll completely. This is the only doll I remember her having. Like, I mean, she has a ton of them, but this is the only one I can remember specifically exactly what it looks like and everything because it scares me that bad. This thing got like this green little like You know them hats? I don't know what they're called, but they wear them over in like Paris. Like
A beret.
I don't know if it's a beret. It's whatever they wear over there in Paris. They have them. Like the girls wear them a lot. Like they're the low cut hats, and their hair sticks out the back of them. Like they just cover up the top of their head, and they got like it's from over there.
Sounds like a beret.
It might be.
Yeah, sounds like a beret.
But it wears that, and then it's got like this white shirt with this green like overall bibs type of thing going on. But it plays the most creepiest freaking music that there is.
See, it's the music.
She wound it up one time. I was like, "Mom, you ever wind that up again? I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna smash it." Like, no way I can't do it. We don't have no dolls in this house. Like, even the kids don't. Even my girls don't have Barbie dolls or anything. Like, not playing with dolls. We're not doing that. And then you see Annabelle. Annabelle makes it worse because when you see that movie, then you're like, "Oh shit, this really could happen." Like,
I was going to ask you about that.
There's people that possess these things, and I'm like, "No, we're good. Keep that shit." Did you know? Like, honestly, did you know that's the reason why? That's the reason why the Amish. Like, if you ever look at the Amish, any doll that they make for their kids, none of them have a face. That's a big reason why they do it, because they don't want. They say that things can possess it or take the soul.
Number one, that's creepier than any fucking doll.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I gotta come out of this mask.
Holy.
I've been waiting.
Bro, like I'm like, look at that. That's full tilt sweat. Look, I was barely in that thing.
75,000 points.
I don't know how people like that. Like, freaky people be getting into that stuff. Like, oh, let's pour latex on each other. And nah, bro. Like, hot. Can't even breathe. But I'm gonna say for mine, honestly, for me, it was Pinhead. I don't know if you've ever seen Pinhead, but Pinhead scares the shit out of me. This dude got a bald head and literally all these pins through his head. Look him up.
You say you never seen him, Prod?
He's freaky. He is scary. I don't know what it is about him, like, because he's not. I mean, he wasn't. I don't think he was really that powerful. It's just more of his demeanor with the pins and all that. Like, he's always scared. It always scared me. Like, I can watch the movies, but him himself, like, nah, I'm good on him. Like, if he comes near me, I'm going the opposite way. I'm not saving nobody, kids included.
Oh wow!
I'm out. Like that, he bothers me.
There you go, Prod. Anybody that's never seen Pinhead, there's
Pinhead. Just he's on another level.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, he's on another level. He's on a whole nother level. So, and then you get into.
He's not that scary,
bro. Watch the movie and tell me he's not that scary.
It's me. Watch the Puppet Master.
Puppet Master don't bother me. Annabelle bothers.
Hold on. How does the Puppet Master not? It's still a damn doll.
Because it's not. I know that movie's not real. You know what I mean? So I know that one. I can decipher that one. Annabelle has that potential of being real, bro.
Yeah, I don't do well with ventriloquist either.
Could you imagine one of those things coming alive?
Hold on, time out.
That's why I don't like them.
You're not getting away with that easy. No, hold on. So you know the Puppet Master isn't real, so you're okay.
Annabelle is based on a true story.
So is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and there ain't a damn.
And
thing
I'm out.
True.
If I see somebody coming at me with looking like that, I'm going the other way, bro.
But Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on a. You realize the phrase "based on a true story" just means there had to be somebody somewhere that owned a doll.
Yeah.
Boom, based on a true story. There had to be a haunted doll. This owned a doll.
But
it's based on a true story. The rest of it, we took liberties. Jesus me.
So talking about that Texas Chainsaw, have you guys seen the commercial that's out? I don't know how old it is. I think it might be last year commercial, but it's been out a lot lately. I think it's a Geico commercial or something like that, where if you're in a scary movie. And
why don't we get in the running car?
Yeah. Get in the running car.
Why don't we just get into the running car?
And they're like, no, and they go and hide behind all the chainsaws.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Like, are you guys serious?
Yeah, that one's in like heavy rotation.
But that's funny though, because it's some serious.
But it's not wrong.
It ain't wrong. It's like a scary movie. Okay, if you're in a scary movie, what do you want to? What actor are you? You know what I mean? Like. I'm not. I know I don't want to be the dumb blonde chick.
I'm not the one that runs upstairs.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to go. Like I'm I want to be the smart one.
So technically, I'm not any actor in a scary movie because I'm not fucking that dumb.
Yeah, same.
I'd be the killer.
And we all know we're.
Hey, you didn't say you can't be anything.
Yeah, you can be whatever you wanted to be.
We're always the first to go anyway. So hell.
That's not true. LL made it.
I'd be the killer.
LL made it one day. It was Halloween H2O. LL made it out.
I'm not taking my chances.
He did. He did.
He fucked him up, by the way. He fucked Michael Myers up.
Yes, he did.
The only I remember, I know Buster and who was it? Buster Rhymes and wasn't it? What was her name? Who was the she was the black swimsuit model. Tyra Banks. She didn't make it, and Buster Rhymes didn't make it. And Buster's bigger than LL. I couldn't believe he didn't make it.
Well, maybe Buster's mom should have told somebody to knock him out.
Yeah, I mean that's what LL did. Right. Back and punched him. No, so okay, so let's get into this one. What do you guys think was probably the most corniest Halloween movie ever?
The most corniest what?
The corniest Halloween movie. Like it was just absolutely terrible.
Dude, corny horror movies. Where do we start that list?
I'm saying like all time. If you have one on your list, what do you think is the worst one? Lauren, you start this one.
Ooh, corniest Halloween movie. I can't start on this one.
I don't know.
I'll start. I got mine right here. I'm gonna go with when they changed up Freddy and they went to the new actor. It was like I think it's the last one they just made. It was like the last one they just recently made of him. They changed the actor. The voice was all weird. The mask was all weird. And like, as we grow up, we're all grown up in the era of like the regular Freddy. Like that dude was scary as shit. You know what I mean? Like when he played the part, you weren't trying to go to sleep. You know what I mean?
You didn't
like even like that guy portrayed that movie, right? When that actor did, I can't remember his name. I want to say
Robert Englund.
Yeah,
Robert Englund was the shit,
when he portrayed the movie though, he made you truthfully not like, even though we know we weren't gonna die die by Freddy in our sleep. You still weren't going to sleep. Like when you were done watching Freddy, you weren't going to sleep though. You know what I mean? It was like you had to stay up, watch a cartoon for a minute, laugh a little bit, try to like get your mind out of that frame.
Oh man, yeah.
So it's like it got to him, it got to that guy, and I'm like, bro, like, what did you do to my childhood? Like like I don't know, I can't remember who did it. The guy did the guy that they have it now, but like Freddy? Yeah, but like if you look at his mask,
if it's not Robert Englund, it's not Freddy.
It's not. It's and like the voice, even the voice changed. Like when he would laugh and do the Freddy laugh and stuff, I'm like, bro, like I can't even watch this. I watched it because I wanted to see what happened. You know what I mean? Of course, it's Freddy. I'm gonna watch it, but like I was like, oh, what? Like why? Why ruin it? Like why? That's the thing is, why do they do that? Like why do they go into these movies and try to make them better?
Original idea,
like, and they ruin them. Like I don't like, and that's the thing is like, you can't make them better. Like these are legendary movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a legendary series. Like that series killed itself eventually. You know what I mean? As
Halloween,
it got
Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th.
I mean, you got Friday the 13th. You got Jason. You got Friday the 13th. You got Halloween. You got Chucky. You got all those, and like they're legendary movies. Like, do you understand the writers of these and how good they were at that time?
Well, you heard which movie? Which one did Rob Zombie just redo? It was
he did Halloween, but didn't he make
Halloween.
But he made
John Carpenter ripped his ass.
Yo, he killed him. But I think it's because
finally I like Jeepers Creepers.
I feel like what he did with that movie though is like when he literally made Michael Myers to be like this jacked out fucking, like he looked like he was on steroids, bro. He was running through walls. Like, come on, bro. Like, if you run through 5 walls in a row, you're gonna slow down. You're gonna be hurting. Like, I don't care who you are.
ripped Rob Zombie about that. Like he's like, yeah, he just has no idea what the fuck he's doing. It's like he doesn't understand a single thing.
And that was like, I mean, as you look at it, as you go through it, they tend to do that with all these characters, right? They did it with Jason. Jason was, if you go back to like the first Jason was not a huge dude. He wasn't yoked up, looking like he's bench pressing 1,000 pounds. Like they weren't big. Like they were normal sized people just whooping people's asses. I was like, they had
back on that comment.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna piggyback on that one and answer your question on the cheesiest horror movie. Fucking Jason X.
Dude, that was
that right there.
That was kind of cheesy. Because wasn't that when
Jason in space?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Like
they completely changed his appearance and everything in that movie. Like,
and he was like, wasn't he like bad. Huge though? So wasn't he like he was jacked like there was no other?
He was jacked on there, yeah.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Yeah, like I mean, like what goes through their minds? Like I don't understand. I get making them looking powerful and whatnot, but I mean they're already powerful. You know what I mean?
You can't turn a horror movie into a Jason Bay flick or Michael Bay or whatever that fucking Transformer dude guy is, where everything just blows up and there's no story. Yeah, you can't turn a horror movie into a Michael Bay flick, and that's everybody wants to be the next Michael Bay, where you don't have to write anything, just blow shit up, and then it's like, come on, guys. And I think John Carpenter put it best. He's like, one of the things. It's not necessarily even him that said it, but he is one of the ones that kind of pushed the fact in all of his movies. Is like the monster you don't know is scarier than the monster you do. It's 100%. What you don't know.
100%.
The fact you don't know what's up with Michael Myers. You don't know what's up with the aliens and Alien. You don't know. It's like that unknown stuff. When you explain it, it's not as scary.
Yeah, I mean, I love a movie that you don't really know what's coming at you. You know what I mean? Like I love having that suspense because, I mean, I guess there's only so much you can do with the movie, like unless your mind is really demented and you can really push the limits. And I feel like, I feel like there's like Wes Craven did that, and then you have who was the other guy that was really crazy?
John Carpenter, Wes Craven.
Nah, he's the big one out of all of them. Like he was the guy. Like
those two are the guys.
No, there was a guy bigger than them. Oh my god, what was his name? There was another guy bigger than him. He was like everybody wanted to be in his movies. Oh my god.
You talking like a horror director?
Yeah. Because there was Wes Craven, I know that, and then Carpenter.
Talking about Stephen King.
Yeah, Stephen King. He had
he wasn't a director. He sucked.
He was a book writer.
He's a writer.
Yeah, he was a writer.
I mean, he still did movies though. Like, there were still movies written by him.
He just held the rights to his books.
Yeah. And I mean,
and he was always in every one of his. He's always in every one of his movies, or every one of the ones that they do.
Yeah.
He's in it at least for a second. Yeah.
So
now his movies suck, but his books are fucking nightmare.
Well, wasn't I thought Stephen King, wasn't he the one that did Pet Sematary?
Pet Sematary, Carrie.
Yeah, Pet Sematary was traumatizing.
You know what's funny about Carrie is the fact that I found it funny. I didn't find it scary at all. And I feel like also Carrie is one of those movies where you cannot get out of high school without having watched the movie Carrie.
Yeah, I think that's part of high school.
I first watched Carrie. I saw it for the first time. I think I was in the 7th grade. It came on a Friday night at on TNT or something like that. Her mom was wild when she's just like, they're all gonna laugh at you, and when Carrie started her period. First of all, I'm surprised that she started her period as late as she did. Like, you menstruate.
It was written by a guy.
You typically menstruate between I don't know, 6th and 8th grade, somewhere in there, and she's like a sophomore, maybe a junior in high school. Look like a senior.
As Schuler says, it was written by a man. We don't understand that shit.
We're all so sorry, Cassie.
And as dads, we don't want to understand that shit.
No, sir. No, sir. Like my daughter's at that stage, and I'm just like, babe, you got that. Mom, you got that. Dad don't got nothing. I'll go pick up the stuff. That's it. Other than that, I don't want no shit.
Yeah, Dad.
Oh no shit!
I had to take it. I had to do it.
I'm not doing it. I will.
Shit,
I will go. I will go to the store
dad of
and
a
buy
teenage
those
girl.
things.
Fuck.
Oh, buy those things. Like if I'm in that situation, yeah, then I'm cool. But I'm not in that situation. I got two females around me. I got my wife and I got my mom.
Cool.
They got that. I know, and that's never
No,
cool.
it's not.
Cool.
Never
it was
is.
still awkward as fuck. It was still
But
awkward as fuck.
to get back into it, we still need one from Lauren here because Prod got taken from by Shuler. So what's the movie? What's the movie, Lauren? I know you got one.
Oh gosh. Did you guys ever see Tales from the Hood?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go with Tales from the Hood. And just sort of leave it at that.
Kind of like the Leprechaun from the Hood. That was pretty bad too.
Yeah, I always thought Tales from the Hood was like kind of supposed to almost be cheesy.
Yeah.
Like it was made to be cheesy and corny.
I mean,
Raw Dog, what's up, buddy?
It definitely was.
You know.
So you're a movie guy.
Prod still sitting down there like, oh, that fucking Shuler.
Fuck Prod all up. Prod's like,
seriously.
He's like, seriously.
That's the only one I could think of that. Cause I don't watch too many scary movies. I mean, I watch them just like. I'll tell you another one is what is it? Get Out.
Get Out. Yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That I don't know if that was cheesy though. Like I actually thought that was pretty good to me. Like,
I thought it was good too. We're still on cheese.
Yeah, we're still on cheese.
He referred to that as cheese.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So I mean, to that, I mean, I thought it was good, but then it had like
cheesy doesn't mean it's bad. It can still be good and cheesy. like I love Evil Dead. I absolutely adore the entire Evil Dead franchise. I'm not saying it ain't cheesy.
All right, so let's get into this one.
I love it.
This one should be really interesting. Who do you think is the baddest killer? Like who do you think is the man or doll or monster of Halloween?
I don't know if this is classified as a scary movie.
It's not a scary movie. It's the person. Nope. This is like Jason, Freddy, any of the scary people.
It's neither of them for me. The baddest dude was the dude out of No Country for Old Men.
I never even heard of that movie.
Like just how relentless he was.
This is new.
He did not stop.
So explain this movie.
Freaking stop! My gosh.
Explain this movie. I've never seen it.
And he was ice cold too. Like it wasn't even like no hesitation.
No.
It was
so what was this guy about? Like I've never seen this, so I have no clue.
He killed people.
He killed.
Like was he? Did he wear a mask? Did he? Or what? He just.
Think of the guy that plays Thanos in the.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Movies.
I know who you're talking about.
He came across some money that was not his, and he was being chased by that Hispanic guy. I can't think of his name. But anyway, he was essentially on the run from this guy, and the guy was just killing people left and right to get to him to get to that money.
Jesus.
It's an excellent movie. I want to say it was. I don't know if it got any Oscars, but it was definitely nominated for quite a few. It is good.
All right, Prod.
It is good.
I'm trying to think of one right now.
All right, Shuler.
Really? Dude, it's the fucking queen from Alien.
The queen? Oh, yo, I remember her. She was wild.
It's the fucking zines, dude. Like, that is the most evil fucking thing to ever exist. It's not even debatable. Like, anything you don't want to fuck with, that would be the ones. Not counting the new ones where they tried to headbutt, like, the fucking windshield, and they crawl across fucking fire.
Like the ones in,
those don't fucking count.
Like the ones in Mist?
That fucking movie was shit.
The ones coming out of the movie Mist?
We're talking like Alien Resurrection, Alien 1, Alien 3, like all these. Like those were the no.
But I was saying, like, is that a Halloween movie?
Badass they are. Hey, it's a horror movie.
Raw Dog said The Shining. I would agree. Yeah, that was crazy. Rad.
Dude, Clockwork Orange is one of my favorite movies ever. Like that. Yeah.
I saw that for the first time in college and was like, whoa.
It's
So,
like,
like-
the first time you watch it, you have no idea what you just saw.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck did I just watch?
So
Yep.
like,
And it really blows your mind even worse is if you realize that on The Simpsons they had Bart dress up as him.
so
I don't know if this would be the baddest, but it's one of the demented ones. Jigsaw, where he makes the people kill themselves.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with that.
Yeah, I mean,
There's different levels of badass.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's different.
We can fucked up or
I
you want.
told you,
You know?
Jigsaw.
We can break this down.
Hey,
So okay, so let's break this down. Let's make this even better.
Leatherface would be good too.
So okay, so you got Leatherface, you got Jason, you got Michael Myers, you got Freddy, you got those guys. I don't know if we want to add anybody else into that mix. Is there any other ones I'm forgetting?
We can go with that.
With
You
that,
don't make the list too long.
so if you get into that list, who do you think was the worst? Like who was just
Freddy.
I think Freddy.
Yeah.
Freddy.
See, like I love Freddy, but
Everybody sleeps.
I'm gonna
You can't do shit.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this. I think Freddy's a bitch because he killed you while you were sleeping. Like my guy,
He's smarter than
like
you.
still my favorite. Like no, it's good
Billy
plot.
Loomis from Scream.
but like
Raw.
so. My take on it is I'm gonna go with Michael Myers out of that group because Michael always came from like he comes straight from the front and just fuck you up, bro. He like sometimes he grab you from behind, but wasn't like Jason. Jason was always one of those guys that snuck up on you, chop your head off without you knowing.
I'll
Right?
beat your argument. in a minute.
Right. So and then you talk about Leatherface. Leatherface was one of those guys too. He gets you from behind. Freddy got you while you were sleeping.
What shocks me. How the fuck does he sneak up on somebody?
With the chainsaw, right? That's what I'm saying.
He started that motherfucker. He's like, they open the door and he starts the chainsaw. Is there any motherfucker alive or dead or undead or anything else that has ever started a fucking chainsaw with one pull?
It had an electric
Doesn't happen.
ignition.
Ain't happening.
That
Not
thing
back in
was
in the 80s it didn't.
he already had it primed and ready to roll. He had a lighter under it, lighting up. Poof, poof, poof. That shit still don't happen. What do you mean? They already got that one pull start shit and it still don't start.
Still don't work. So number one, Leatherface is fucking out because his weapon of choice is just done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Michael Myers with this one completely because, like I said, I always thought because he came from the front a lot of the time, and he didn't care.
If you're going real, I have to go Gacy.
And then he
That's
just squeeze your fucking head,
Scary.
like he grab your head and just pop it, like like. I mean,
Well, see, here's my argument on that. Have you seen Freddy vs. Jason, right?
Yeah, I hate that one.
Yeah, it was fucking trash, but I'm gonna use it to my benefit. Like at the end, he cuts Freddy's head off, right? And Freddy's still alive because it's Freddy.
He's sleeping.
He can't die. So
Well, you had to
cut
burn.
Mike Myers' head off.
How do you kill Freddy? Wasn't it by?
done.
It was by fire, right? You had to kill him by fire. If I'm
They
correct.
still haven't killed Freddy. They killed it. They've tried fire, holy water.
Well, the last one they killed him.
One of
I
my
believe.
favorite scenes either is like he's going through like the list and cutting off his fucking fingers on all the shit that they tried. They tried fire, cut his finger off. They tried holy water, cut his finger off. Oh, he's a pimp.
He's a pimp.
Dude.
He might be a child molesting, fucking sick, murdering bastard, but he's still a pimp.
That's what blows. That's what blows my mind about like what really Freddy was when it got down to it. Like,
oh yeah, dude, he was a horrible fucking piece of existence.
so Lauren, out of that group, who are he taking? Got one for Freddy, one for Michael Myers.
I'm gonna go Michael Myers because he was kind of relentless too. He didn't stop.
Yeah, I like. That's the thing that got me with Michael. He'd step on your head like he didn't care. You'd be dead. He'd still be like, like
Right.
give you brains and popping out in the eyes and squirt. Rod, you're up.
Ready.
Tie. Oh boy, got a tie on this. All right, chat.
Yep.
Chat got to break it. Who out of that group of people? We got Freddy. We got Chucky.
One for Michael Myers, two for Freddy.
Yeah.
Two choices. Break a tie. You only
Yeah,
got two choices.
You got the two choices. You got Freddy, Michael Myers. Who is it? Come on, chat.
Come on, Raw.
We got Raw Dog
Funky.
and we got Funky. Breaking it out.
Raw. He's like, dude, why am I not here?
Exactly.
Because he's never in Discord when I call out the shit.
Scariest person alive is our moms when our room wasn't clean.
Yo, that's not even lie.
Yeah, she threw all my fucking baseball cards away.
We got Felony coming in with
Felony,
Freddy.
Felony goes to Freddy. Jeez.
Yes, sir.
See, like, Freddy's probably my second favorite. But like,
I like the quips, man. Like, you've hung out with me long enough. Like, the fact that Freddy shoots his mouth off is what endeared me to Freddy.
well, it's because he's like you. Like, you're probably his brother.
I can relate a little bit.
You're probably his brother.
You're his long lost brother. What?
Shuler, you got a new mouth? Is this a new mouth?
New mouth?
Yeah, every day. Every once a week, it gets shot off. You know?
Remember before Freddy became Freddy, he was a monster in his real life. Oh yeah, no shit.
But I mean, we're talking about like who's going to kick everybody's ass. I'm going Freddy.
I just want, like, this one of the things I always wanted to see.
He's already dead.
I would have loved it. Like, I know they did Jason versus Freddy, but they both had a way.
So sad.
But they had both of them had a way of dying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you got Jason wet, he turned into a baby, turned into a little kid again, and like it's.
Yo, how could we forget the Gremlins? That was kind of scary.
Gremlins was freaky.
Movie. That's a Christmas movie,
bro. Oh, let's
like Die Hard.
Okay, I got one right here. Is The Nightmare Before Christmas really a Christmas movie? That's a fucking Halloween movie.
Yeah.
That's a Halloween movie.
Halloween.
Oh God, thank you.
This is Halloween.
Yeah,
this
you
is
lose,
Halloween.
Brenda.
Done right there. The song is "This Is Halloween."
It is not fucking Halloween. I mean, it's not Christmas.
This is
bro.
Halloween. This is Halloween. Right there, the argument's over. They even tell you this is Halloween.
Yeah.
All right. So, the movie that scared you guys the most as kids, Rod.
I gotta tell you, to be honest, it's the Puppet Master.
The Puppet Master.
We watched it, and my grandma had all these porcelain dolls all lined up on a shelf around the room, and it was like they were all staring at me as the shit was going on.
Yo, that would be freaky. Like, I can't
I'm
lie.
use the bathroom real quick because I actually have a story for this one. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. But I mean, I think I'd be weirded out
Wash
too.
your hands.
Don't shake it more than once. Just playing with it. But no, I feel that because like I've watched the Puppet Master and I don't know, the Puppet Master didn't bother me that much. But I mean, I guess if you got all the dolls around you at the same time, you get a little freaky.
Being about 5 or 6 years old and having my grandpa put that on and having porcelain dolls and other type of dolls just sitting around.
Raw Dog took it for me.
Exorcist?
I was totally gonna say what Raw Dog said. Yep.
All right.
Mine.
What? So get into
That's totally mine.
Get
I like when it comes to scary movies. I like movies that kind of mess with your head a little bit. Like Shutter Island, like that's not like a
that
horror
movie was crazy though.
It totally messes with your head, right? I cannot do anything that deals with like spirituality and like demonic stuff. I can't do it. I am that person that will be paranoid for weeks because number one, I felt like morally I did something I wasn't supposed to do.
Like Stigmata, Stigmata is wild.
And watching that, yeah, I can't. You know, your mother sucks cock in hell. Like, no. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Bro, like that.
Won't do it.
Like that, like Raleigh hits another one. Candyman was wild. Candyman, I hated that fucking movie, bro. Like that was like, see, that's the thing back in the day when you think about it. When they came out with these movies, they were pretty much originals, and they were, if you think about it, the people writing this thing was like, you got what's going on in their minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what's going through their minds? Like Exorcist, when you got a little girl going wild in her bedroom and
spinning
and spinning shit.
Yeah.
Like
nope.
So
nope.
So we got the Exorcist, we got the Puppet Master.
Okay.
What do you got?
Lost Boys.
Lost Boys, that's a great movie. That is a great movie.
Boys.
Why does this movie paranoid you or scare the shit out of you?
Here, I still can't watch this fucking movie.
You can't watch it?
I still can't fucking watch it.
Wow.
So
great movie, man. What? That's Keith Sutherland as a young kid. Keith Sutherland as a young man.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but there's fucking reasons. You talking about like that's traumatizing?
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
so
get
here
into
we
this.
go.
I want to hear this. Let's get deep.
So growing up, you know, I live. You know, my parents are divorced. I'm growing up with my mom. We lived with my grandparents, my mom, and then when my uncle got out of the Air Force, he moved back in. So me and my uncle have always been like real close and shit. Well, he thought it would be funny as hell. That's probably where I get my sense of humor. That he would sit there and play the Lost Boys, and then to threaten me, like the Lost Boys are gonna come get you. So, and I remember, like, dude, I won't forget this till the day I fucking die. I called his bullshit one night. So he's like, "All right, get in the Bronco. We're gonna go down and see the Lost Boys." There's this place. It was like maybe 5-10 minutes from my grandma's house. It was called Coal Run Hollow. It's still called Coal Run Hollow, but it's the only place like in town. The trees would grow up and over. Like if you turn the lights off,
so it get weird.
It's pitch. It's like pitch dark. You're in the middle of town and it's pitch dark. There's not a star. You can't see a star. You can't see anything in the middle of town.
Look at Lauren. She just swallowed hard. She already got the goosebumps.
Yeah.
He's fucking driving the Bronco in there, and he just turns the Bronco off as we're like and kills the lights as we're fighting. It's just fucking coast. And he's like, "Oh shit, here they come!" Like, oh my god, like to this fucking day, dude. Like I was like, "Nope, fuck you, Uncle Nut. Nope, fuck you, Uncle Nelson." Nope.
See, I would have took that to a whole nother level. I would have took that to another level if it was me scaring you. I would have took it to another level. What I would have did, I would have called up my friends and had them hiding in the woods. And then and had him and then stop right in the middle of the road
like that. How many friends do you think he really had?
I mean, military. So I mean, he could have a lot. But I would this is how I would have done that for real. If I known you were that scared of it, I would have took it to a whole another level. Because I would have I would have done. I would have called my friends up, had them hiding in the woods. And then I would have acted like the car messed up, like it was breaking down, and then
that's what he did.
And then I would have sat right there.
We were going down the fucking road, through it neutral.
What's going on, G? Youngin? What's going on, Youngin?
Oh my god!
So I would have sat there, and I would have let them come up and smack the fucking window, and start rocking the fucking car. Like
you would have killed over. I probably would have killed over, and he would use that like for the next 4 or 5. Like anytime I started acting up or something, like you want to go down Coal Run Hollow? We'll take care of this. Nope. Fucking, I'm done. No, I'm done. I'm good. No, I'm good. Nope.
So,
you want to go get ice cream? Yeah, sure. You want to go back to the car? Nope. Fuck your ice cream.
No ice cream for me. I'm going back upstairs.
Ain't going.
So now, as much as I said,
he loved tormenting me like that, dude. He loved it.
As much as Pinhead scared me, he scared. I'm terrified of that guy. I'm gonna have to go to freaking Chucky. Chucky scared the living shit out of me. I had the doll as Prod had him. I had the fucker. I had the original My Buddy, but after that motherfucker, that thing went out. The first time I seen that, it went out the door. I literally threw it outside. My mom's like, "What are you doing?" She brings it back in. Right? She brings this bitch and that's what scared me because I didn't know how it got back inside. So I'm fucked. I'm done. I'm honestly done. That movie came on. My mom went to find me. Guess where I was?
Not in the house.
Under my fucking bed. Kid you not, underneath of it. Just
see, I never hid under my bed.
I took the blanket. I took the blanket.
It's dirty under there.
No, see, that it's never dirty in my mom's house. She's OCD. That's not allowed. So it's always clean. So we're good. So I crawled under there and I literally took the blanket and put it under me. And that's how I'd fall asleep. She'd wake up and she'd find me underneath the fucking bed. She was like, "You were watching Chucky, weren't you?" Yep. I'm telling you, it's something about that little fucker. Because, you ever watch the movies? So you watch the movies, right? You watch these movies and then it all starts playing in your head. You're psyched out, whatever, because you just watch the shit out. Especially if you watch them like they do now, where they give you the marathon. You watch 1, 2, 3, 4, right in a row. So,
that question's coming up, Landmark.
So I'm sitting there, and you start hearing a little across the floor. You're like, "What the fuck was that?" It's not really happening, but it's happening in your mind. And then you hear the little creaks on the door. Boom. What the hell?
Could you?
You know what I mean?
Imagine?
You hear that? Does
Landmark, is that the one where the chick is like a reporter and she goes down there with like her video camera and there's like it's like some sort of room, right? And when she puts her camera up, they're like, I don't know if they're like lobotomizing someone.
No. The haunting of Hill House. Haunted.
I walked
the
out
house
on that
Haunted
one.
Hill. The house on Haunted Hill.
I walked out on that movie when that thing came running down that hall after her. I said, nope, I'm out.
No, but that's what I was saying. Like, do you guys ever get into that like phase? Like, if like say like so your movie, the movie that scared you, the movie that scared all you guys is. Do you guys ever get done with that, right? And you're like, fuck, like you don't want to, like you got to go to the bathroom, but you were just in your room.
Yep, turning on all the lights.
The light. Hold on. Let me explain the scenario. Let me give you guys the scenario. So the lights are off in the room. Your door is closed. You know everybody's asleep in the house or nobody's home. You're by yourself.
Always by myself.
And you gotta walk.
So
and you gotta walk down the hallway.
Yeah.
Do you stay in bed or do you actually get up and go do that? Even with the lights on.
No, I gotta. If I gotta go, I gotta go. But I'll be honest. I mean,
but
full disclosure, I have opened the window and peeked out the window before, so I had to leave my room.
I'm gonna start with Lauren on this. What's your move, Lauren? What's your move after you're done watching like a series of scary movies? If the lights are off, nobody's home, and you gotta go pee, you gotta go down the hallway.
All of the lights.
But are you still running down the hallway? Are you running it? Are you making a beeline to it, doing your business and hurrying up, getting back with the lights on?
I mean, I don't have a long hallway. Like everything is sort of.
I don't give a fuck how long that shit is. What's the move though? Are you freaked out? Like, do you automatically get freaked out? Like, does like anything play in your head?
Yep. Because when it's dark, I feel like there's going to be a formation within that darkness of like whatever it was that I just saw. So that's why I turn on all the lights, because I don't want my imagination to start going wild in the dark, because it can do that. It can do that.
Yeah, it can.
And I'm like, no.
So my thing is, my one is okay. So I'm the same way. I'm turning the fucking lights on.
Landmark. He's not talking about when he was a kid. He's talking about like yesterday.
I'm talking like now. I'm talking like what do we do as adults?
Yeah, the lights are still going on.
So I'm turning the lights on. I'm not automatically walking down the hallway. I got to peer out, look down a little bit first. I got to get my shit together and got to get my plan together. Like I literally got a plan. You know what I mean? Like you got to plan. Like I got to plan this shit out. So I'm going down. I'm like, okay, I got to go upstairs. I got to make a left. I got to make a right. And then I'm like, I gotta hit this at a certain spot because we got hardwood floors. So if I hit the fucking floor wrong, I'm busting my ass. So I was like, we gotta hit this thing at a certain speed. Turn the light on in the bathroom. Close the door. Nothing can get me while I'm peeing. So then I pee. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta go back down the stairs. I gotta make it past the fucking darkest room. Like the living room is dark as shit. So I'm like, man. So I run, get downstairs. And then I'm like, I'm looking at the stairs. I'm looking instantly. My eyes go back to the basement stairs. I'm like, fuck, because we're not in our bedroom right now because it's getting painted and remodeled. I'm like, fuck, man.
Oh, you
like,
living in the basement?
Yeah. So we're out in the basement. So there's nowhere to hide. So like and then over in that corner, like when everything's off, there's no light. Like it is dark. So I'm just like, man, and I'm just watching the door. I watched the bedroom door. I watched the basement stairs. I'm like, shit. But then I'm like, I'm literally like that because I'm like you, Lauren. I'm like, man, there's something in the shadows at all times. Like all times. Like I'm just like light, boom, and then you just gotta get to the bed. Like if you get to the bed, you're good. If you fuck up anyway onto the bed, it's over.
Yep.
What's the game plan? What's the game plan here for you, Frod?
For after watching a scary movie?
Yeah. Like what's if you gotta piss, you gotta pee, and you gotta go down the hallway. What's the game plan? Do you turn on the lights or you just beeline it? My other thing is I stay away from the mirror. Like I don't give a fuck. Like if I gotta pee in the dark, like if I'm half asleep peeing in the dark, I don't look in the mirror.
See, that's the thing. Like it's not necessary to rush. Like yeah, you have to pee, but
I'm scared.
I'm taking my time.
Oh nah.
I'm scared too.
I'm good.
Scared too, but there's no reason for me to rush.
See, I feel as if I don't.
Exactly.
Take my time.
I feel like I have to rush because I feel if I take too much fucking time, I'm dead.
Yeah, but
He didn't say nothing.
Lauren
That's the
was
thing, though.
raised on horror movies where you run, you die.
It depends if you run up the stairs. I don't run up the stairs.
Well, like
I'm being
mine,
cautious.
right outside my bedroom where I watch most of my movies. My bathroom's right there. Yeah, I may get up and get goosebumps every now and then. Walk right out, make that right into the bathroom. It's good.
But I'm saying, like,
around the corner, I'm all right.
But do you get like?
Yeah.
But do you still get like that freak? Like after you're done watching a series, do you get freaked out? Like, do you have to take an hour after you're done watching? Like after you're done watching it or whatever, do you take an hour or whatever and watch like cartoons or some funny shit so it's like out of your head?
I'll put on something like Impractical
Cartoons is
Jokers
always
or
a go-to
something.
after a scary movie. Cartoons.
No, I don't do that kind of shit. But
No, I have to.
but-
When I saw it, I had to turn on Cartoon Network when I got home.
Dude, when I watched it, I about walked out of the damn theater because it was so fucking trash compared to. Well, like I said, I watched the original. I read the books. Like
Yeah.
I almost walked. I mean, even my daughter's like, "That was garbage."
Yeah, I ain't letting nothing in, bro.
Yeah.
I don't say that shit. Like, open the door. I don't say come on in, nothing. Like, yo, like banging on the door, like, yo, just come in, bro.
What's
That
Yeah.
float.
Overall,
like,
it's
let's
the
open
fact,
the door,
it's
man.
Like, a vampire can't come in unless you invite him.
Yeah, we ain't inviting them.
You know that folklore.
Oh no, we ain't testing nothing out. We ain't playing with that. Look, there's a couple things I don't do. I don't provoke this shit. Like if there's a ghost in the house, go ahead, be a ghost in my house. We're cool. I'm not provoking you. I'm not speaking to you. I'm not speaking to you.
Bring my lighter.
And we ain't
I got a
trying to
candle.
bring any more energy to it.
It's not.
No, like dead ass. When we lived at my wife can attest to this. I even got videos on Facebook with this shit. So, right, and this freaked me out
Oh,
because
good.
it was a little bit after my son passed away. Right, there was a little kid cup. Like we had a little kid cup from like Fridays or something from one of the kids, and that's what we let them drink out of. So it was sitting on the counter, right, and like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I turned white. Like my wife was like, she thought I seen a big ass spider, and I walked out there and the fucking cup was just spinning in a complete circle, just spinning. And I'm like, babe. Like I couldn't even get the words out. I'm like, come here. She's like, what? I was like, come here. She walked out and I hit the camera right away and started recording. I was like, ain't nobody gonna fucking believe me about this shit. That thing was like this in full rotation, just going like this in a circle on the counter. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, and like when you put your hand over it, I kid you not, like there's things I believe in ghosts. Ghosts are there. Like there's bad things. I put my hand in it. That shit was ice cold. Like the air around it was ice cold, and I'm like, what?
I
the
believe
fuck?
in ghosts,
Bro.
but I also believe in the Holy Ghost, and I will be calling on Jesus.
I did like it did like
out of the situation.
but it didn't like I didn't provoke it. Like you know what I mean? I wasn't like yo motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like
For some reason,
I'm just like, I'm gonna back
picture
up.
Miss Lauren calling on Santa Claus, Jesus,
I ain't
Easter
calling on
Bunny,
Santa Claus.
anybody at all, just to get
Like
her
even
ass the hell out of
the
there.
littlest things, even like the littlest things, like say I'm about like the littlest things, I will just be like, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. Like it just comes natural for me. I'm like, oh Jesus, please. Like it just comes natural for me.
Yeah, like I mean, like that's what I said. I
Not
kind of,
pretty well, but
I mean, that's what I said. Like I wasn't really scared of it. It was just one of those sights. Like you weren't ready for it. You know what I mean? Like I turned around, walk out the kitchen, and that thing is just spinning, like full tilt, spinning in a circle. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm like, yeah, babe. And then we were like we knew there was a ghost in the house because people didn't believe us. Like the ghost wasn't afraid of nobody though either. It would do things while the house was full. Like we were sitting there one day, me
I
and
would have
her,
called the preacher and said, sprinkle some holy water.
but it never did
Like,
anything. You know what I mean? So I didn't like.
I don't care.
Like
It
so.
is a present. It is
But
a
see,
present.
it
I
also
want here.
the thing is though, it like I thought it was my son, so I didn't care. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know. You know what I mean? Because it played with the kid's cup, so it automatically was like maybe it's my sun just showing that he's here.
Hell no.
And so we were sitting there the one day, and the fucking basement door just said "shoom." I was like, me and my wife looked straight at each other, like we questioned each other. We're like, did that just happen? You know what I mean? When something like that happens, the first thing is like, was that my mind, or was that happened? We came to agreement that it happened, and people didn't believe us. Like, we were telling people, like, look, there's a ghost in here, so like, I mean, like, shit could happen. Like, things could fly, things could do something. And the one day we had a whole bunch of people over, and things
can fly, things can happen,
and people didn't believe us. Like most people don't. And so the day we were sitting there, we had maybe like 10, 15 people in the house. That motherfucking door said, "Shaboom!" And it blew open, smack, and everybody stopped. I ain't never seen so many people leave a house so quick in my life. Like, that party was over, just like that. They didn't eat the cook. Like, it was wild.
I had a buddy of mine that I stayed with, but before I joined the military, I had just turned 18. Might not even been 18. It was like between 17 and 18. The summer before I left, basic. And he's like, he invite me over, like, oh, just be aware that, this stuff happens, this stuff happens, that stuff happens. I'm sitting there like, I'm sleeping, and I hear footsteps and shit around the house and everything else, but he's like, oh, that was the ghost. I was like, dude, it's like, okay, and okay, number one, it's probably you fuckers. Number two, if it was a ghost, it's footsteps. Fucking whatever. Like, I'm honestly like not a believer in that shit at all. Not saying do I not get the willies watching scary movies? Yeah, you're damn right I do. I ain't stupid. Am I saying I'm right? No. I ain't saying I'm right. As I say every time I stream, I have been known to be wrong. A lot. But I don't buy it, I mean, and I've seen shit that I can't explain. I've been around shit that I can't explain. But I don't necessarily buy it.
Yeah.
Even if it happens to you, you don't buy it?
Yeah, I've actually, the closest I've came to really buying on it, there's been 2 occasions. The first one, like my buddy's house that I was staying, I'd go visit, stay at his, I was 17, 18. I was fucking, he was 21. We worked together. He was old enough to buy beers. I guess where Shuler was. Stayed at his house. And the next morning after I told him, like, I heard you guys come down and get in the kitchen and shit last night, no big deal. He's like, dude, we never left the bedroom. He's like, we won't leave the bedroom after the lights are off. We will not leave the bedroom. I'm sleeping on the couch. I'm like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And like, it wasn't us. I'm thinking, okay,
they're just messing
you're
with
full of shit. Yeah, you're full of shit. And that was it's West Virginia. It's like PA, dude. All the houses are old as fuck.
Certain parts of
so like a lot of open land too. Yeah, West Virginia's nice though. I would love.
His house
to take
had a lot of open land
out there.
Come on down. I'll show you the sites.
Yeah, for sure. Like, just I like the mountain. Like, I feel like West Virginia and the Tennessees and like the Carolinas, like those are the closest things to like mountainous stuff that we have on the East Coast compared to the West. I mean, the West is where it's at.
You can go to PA. PA's got a lot of mountains.
Yeah.
Tons of mountains. Depends where you're at. Like where I live, I mean, there's mountains here, but like if you want to get into mountains, you got to go probably about like 45 to an hour.
But see, actually, the footsteps wasn't the point of that story. He took me up. We went upstairs. He said, I want to show you this room. He said, go ahead and go inside the room. I tried to open the door. It wouldn't open. The door wouldn't open.
That's the first thing. I'm not opening no fucking door. It's locked.
Right. He's like, go ahead and go in. And he's like, I'll show you. I want to show you something. I was like, okay. Well, the door wouldn't open. So he's like, okay, I want you to come out here on the roof with me because it was
on the roof. Already sounds bad.
There's a window right there. He's like, look to the window. Like all the windows were nailed shut from the inside.
Oh wow, that's
and then the door was locked. I was like, all you have to do is fucking lock the door.
Right.
He's like, oh no, that's just that. That's a dude. All somebody had to do was fucking lock the door and lose the key. Not that big of a deal. Now I cannot explain why they nailed the window shut. That's fucking weird, unless they had a teenage daughter. And then that explains that. It's like, so like in my head, that was one where I came really close.
Yeah.
And the other one was as I was walking around town. And by town, I mean like small town.
Yeah.
And
I
me and my
graduated
best
with 90.
friend, we were higher than that. But me and my best friend walking around like we always do at night. We sneak out and just fucking walk around. We weren't getting in trouble or anything. We just walk around town.
Walking around.
And there was this lady in a fucking moo-moo standing out the end of the street.
What is a moo-moo?
You watch The Simpsons? You know that thing when Homer was really fat that he wore? He put on like a dress. It usually had really awkward. That's the moo-moo. Down the end of the street. Well, she walked behind this little hedge, and like there was nothing around the hedge, and like we're sitting there just we didn't think nothing of it. We're just walking and talking and shit. But like she never came out from behind the hedge. When we got down there, there was nobody there. There was nowhere she could have like ducked out. I mean, just she looked like Homer in that episode. I mean, she wasn't a little girl. It's like, okay, well, I mean, apparently we missed something while we were talking. Is my still to this day explanation. You know, it's like there's got to be indisputable fucking proof for me to buy it. And like I said, I've seen shit I can't explain. I've been around shit I can't explain, but I have to have indisputable proof.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
What have you? Any of you two, like Prod or Lauren, experienced any craziness?
No.
She said no.
I seriously have.
She said I wear holy water all over me. I bathe in that shit.
I'm not messing with that.
I'm not saying messing with it, but things that just happen out of like you don't like. It just happened. You don't know.
I say nope. I say Jesus is at my. I say Jesus is at my right hand, and I'm done. I'm
See, but if you never experienced anything, you wouldn't have to fall back on the. So there had to be something to make you say it to where it's like, nope, I said it and I'm out. So
no,
you have to know how it happened. What happened was.
I don't need to contract the HIV virus to know that it's kind of bad. Right? I mean, I hate to go there, but it's just kind of like
that's pretty Halloween for you. Run, that thing's coming for you. You better fucking run.
Do some pretty messed up things to my immune system and sort of shut it down. You know,
unless you're Magic Johnson, and then for some reason.
True.
Figured that one out.
So do you like no. Even during Halloween?
He's cured. I don't care what anybody says. He's cured.
Like during Halloween, you don't go like ghost hunting or none of that shit.
No.
She said no. She said I leave that to the white people.
Because I know how I am. Like take my sister for example. She can watch any scary movie in the world and then wake up and go to bed fine and wake up like we never watched anything. I am a wreck. I have to watch. If I'm going to watch a scary movie, I have to watch it with someone. I cannot
prepare yourself.
I can't.
I need my blanket. I need this blanket. I need a certain pillow so I can put my head in it a certain way.
Yep.
Hey, for me, we gotta get me, you, and Prod down and go to the fucking asylum.
Look, Lauren's probably one of them people that got the blanket up to her eyes and be peeking over that shit. Like, did it happen?
Yep.
Nope, but did it happen to put her head back on her?
I'll do it anywhere. I will do it at home. I will do it in the theater. I don't care. So now, I did it when we saw. We saw it too last fall. And it was the scene where she went to, I don't know if anyone's seen the movie, but it was the scene where she was in that old woman's home that used to actually be her childhood home. And she was in the kitchen. That thing. It was dressed, well, I mean, obviously it wasn't a woman, but like, the saddest part about it was the fact that I had seen the previews for that particular part, and I was like, oh, I know what to expect here.
Over here
No, they kind of changed things around. She sort of like grew really, really big and was naked and skinny with nasty stuff all over her, like running after her. And I took my jacket and was like, no, can't.
Yeah. It's actually a little bit closer to the book.
Like so,
the stuff in the book is so wrong. Like just, oh my God. It gave me nightmares.
That's another one I want to get into. That literally just brought up a good topic here. So, we know that they had these houses that they filmed a lot of these things in, right? What was it? It just went on. It was Freddy. They just sold that house like a couple years ago, I believe. It was on the market.
I want that house so bad. That and the Christmas Story.
Listen.
It's in Cleveland.
Would you guys buy one of these houses? Would you guys
Just
like
letting you know.
like?
I'm just letting you know it's up in Cleveland.
Yeah, I know where it's
I
at.
won't buy the Christmas Story house because that's in Cleveland. But the Freddy house, I'd be all right. I'd be good with that.
Like, it would not creep you out at all. Like
Dude,
like
I would fucking love it.
But you don't
What are you
like
talking to here? I'm number one. I'm fucked up.
I got that, but like, what would you like? So say
like,
say you
totally
buy that
heavy.
house, right? Like, so you buy that house and shit starts happening.
Oh,
Then what?
Then what? More tickets. I would sell more fucking tickets than I would if it didn't happen.
Now, so if you own that house, what would you do with it? Would you do like tours of that house, or would you live in it strictly and not let
$10 a head?
$10
that thing sold? I think it sold for like 2.2 million or something like that.
$20 a head.
So
on that note, dude, like just to, I have a question after you get done with this. Go ahead and finish this round of questioning.
So now, Lauren, would you buy one of these houses? Like one of these, like so one of these houses that were in a movie, even though you know it's not real? Would you buy one of these houses?
No.
No. What about you, Prod?
What was the question? I just got back.
So they recently just sold the Freddy house and some of these other houses. What was the other one? Silence of the Lamb house is on the market too. So,
yeah, that one's not as iconic as the Freddy house.
So, would you buy one of these houses?
I would probably buy one.
What would you do with it? Would you live in it, or would you run like tours or something through it?
Probably do tours.
Now, if you did stay in it and things started happening in these houses, would you sell it or would you keep it going?
Keep it going, and then
y'all these many motherfuckers. Bro,
I mean, if it's not happening, then what the hell?
Like, I mean, like, to me, honestly, like,
buy it for that reason, right?
Bro, like, I'm looking at it like this. Like, I'm with Lauren.
Yeah.
Because like, honestly, if I buy it, it may intrigue me. Because I've seen all the movies, like, so that would be the intriguing part about it. Is like, yeah, I own part of history. You know what I mean? Like a legendary house. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
but like, if stuff happened, I don't think I could go back in it. Like, if it started getting hot like it does, and I think it's what, part 2 or part 3, like the boiler starts kicking on in the Freddy movie, and it's like 97 degrees in the house, and birds start blowing up by themselves and shit. Like,
number one, if it gets 97 degrees in the house, you know what happens to me? I'm gonna sit right here in this chair, midstream or not, and I'm falling asleep. There's no running out.
You're dead. Then you die. Freddy got your ass.
It happened last week on Friday. It got to like 90 degrees in this fucking place, and there goes Shuler.
Shuler's like, I'm out.
So, of all the houses, what do you think? What do you guys think is the worst house?
Like most iconic?
Yeah, like what do you think? Which house would be the scariest of all the houses? Like Freddy, the Myers house, or
Psycho.
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist house.
Too.
I mean, but is that a real house like that? I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking like iconic houses. Like, these are real ones that people have that people own, and they're out there. Like, you have Silence of the Lamb, you have Freddy's house. I believe the Myers house is actually a real house.
I want to look up and see if
in Amityville, the Amityville house, that house is wild. Like, is there a house like?
By far.
You think that one by far? Like, would that be a house that you would even? I don't need to read up on it. I know about it. Like, that's why I'm asking the question.
I would take it in a heartbeat. I'd move right the fuck in, and I don't care.
Bro, you're wild.
The Exorcist house is actually in Georgetown.
It's a real house?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Fuck that.
Most of the exterior shots come from a real house.
Well, yeah, I get that, but I didn't know if it was something like, you know what I mean? Like, it was something that was somebody lived in, and like, I know Amityville, yeah. I know the Myers house, I know Freddy's house. Like, the Freddy house is still, I believe, is still the same way. Like, I don't know if I could do it.
I'll sell the tickets.
I don't know that I could ever move into something like that. Like, that shit would freak me out. Like, that would just play over and over in my head.
All right, I'm just gonna throw this part out there because there's a difference. As I have something, they're big, they're round, they're called balls.
I got big ones too, but it ain't about that life, bro.
Unless it comes down to dolls. Was it dolls?
I'm out,
houses
bro.
That have been in horror movies. Peeing after dark.
Yo, hey, there's a change. There is a technique to this shit, bro. Like, there's gotta be, you gotta have some type of levels, bro. You gotta have some kind of plan. Gotta be a plan, bro. Gotta be a plan.
I got a question. I got a question for you guys.
Oh shit.
Concepts for movies. Like, it doesn't have to be like an entire thing. Like Freddy Haunting Dreams is a concept.
Yeah.
You could even go like into each individual movie with like Freddy or Jason or like the scariest concept, even if the movie isn't that bad. Like a certain concept that really kind of boggled your mind and scared you for horror movies.
I think it's got to be Freddy for me. Like that motherfucker getting you in your dream while you're sleeping, like that. Even though he didn't really scare me, it's gotta be that he could get you in your sleep.
Landmark.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, that concept is.
It's not pissing in the dark. You got it wrong. You didn't listen. It's pissing in the dark after the scary movies.
We like our narrative better.
Because I piss in the dark every night. I just don't look in the mirror because the mirror scares me. I might see myself.
Is that what it is? Is you see yourself?
Yeah, bro. I wake up, I'm like, oh fuck!
Who's this ugly beast in my mirror?
Exactly.
It's got to be Freddy. Like seriously, like waking up. I've had nightmares of it where I freaking woke up where he was killing me in my sleep already.
You know what I mean? Like that's gotta probably be the best plot.
It's a terrifying concept, isn't it?
It is. Absolutely. I mean, because
pretty terrifying.
As a kid, when you fall asleep, like that shit's like it burns into your brain.
You're helpless.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. You watch that movie, and if you don't watch something after it, you know you're having a nightmare with Freddy in it.
Miss Lauren.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Concept. You gotta have something that would scare you, like literally scare the shit out of you. Like
there's one that actually boggled my mind, and the more I thought about it, the more scared I got.
This is actually a really good question, and I mean, like I said, mine's it's got to be Freddy because that's just
mine falls into that wheelhouse, but it's a little bit more specific.
I don't know. Just being able to see something coming towards me in the dark. I don't know. I will scream my Jesus.
I think it's like I think what he's asking is like what concept of
like an idea
like what idea like of a scary movie
you
got
in your dreams. Michael Myers just keeps coming after you. He's unrelenting.
You can cut his head off.
Like Jason, the second you commit a sin, he's gonna kill you. The Quiet Place movie where if you fart, the monster eats you because nobody thought to shoot him in the face. Which I never understood that. It's like the end of it was like they shot him in the face. It's like nobody's thought of shooting them in the face. That's how you kill them is you shoot them in the face. Like a concept like of
Michael Myers can play in traffic. So like which concept is definitely like
what really bothered you, like the fact that a monster could do this?
I would have to go with
fucking Landmark.
I for damn sure having nightmare tonight is
oh my god. Mine.
Wow.
My Schwartz is as big as yours.
Oh Jesus.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, mighty.
I don't know, like the Quiet Place. That concept was pretty crazy.
That was, concept was very good on that.
It's kind of scary, but not really. But in that we're sort of experiencing it now. It's just that people haven't turned into zombies yet. But like I Am Legend, that was nuts.
Yes. What about the what is it? The Ring, where they come out of your TV?
Oh nah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Nope.
That was an amazing concept.
Everybody's got a TV in your room now, and they're
100%.
everywhere.
The movie was bad. The concept was amazing.
Yeah, because like my TV pops on by itself sometimes just because it has that new thing on it.
Country said Poltergeist. I would agree. And that little girl died.
Yeah.
Freaking
filming that movie. Died from Poltergeist.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you think about some of these, like some of this shit is wild, bro. Like I want to know. I want to know what goes through some of these writers and directors' minds as they come up with this stuff. Like how like are their minds really off the rocker, or are they just?
Here's one to mess with your guys' head. Answer my own question. Have you seen Wes Craven's New Nightmare?
No.
The one where playing in camp, everybody's playing themselves, and Wes Craven plays himself. Like all the actors play themselves. and it's revealed that Wes Craven writes the movies to stop Freddy from coming out in the world. If he stops making the movies, then Freddy comes out, and like all these movies and everything are actually from things that he's dreamt about for Freddy coming after him, and like things that actually happened in his dreams or come after him. That tripped me out.
That's gotta trip you out. I mean, like, if you
what if like all these horror movies are just written because that's the way to keep all the like. It's like, oh my god,
they keep everything at bay. They keep everything at bay.
That concept alone was like, I was like, that's fucking genius.
You know what movie we forgot about though? You guys ever see The 13th Ghost?
Yes, I love that movie.
That movie is wild when it starts bringing out all the guys, like when they start unlocking and like you get the jackal. Well, that has the girl.
Jackal,
what was her name?
The guy from Monk.
No, it had the girl. It had the girl from who was the? It was the girl from American Pie, the hot girl. She played in it. She was one of the main actors. Sarah Elizabeth, is that her name? Yep. It had her in it, and that movie wowed me out because like when you talk about stuff, they're making movies being at bay because of that. Because that's what they have to write these things. That's what that was about. Like that movie had that plot, and that's wild. Because
like if you start expanding on that plot and think about the movies that have came out, it's like, oh my god.
Because that's how they kept them at bay. They had these spells that kept them locked in their things and locked them up and didn't allow them to do what they were like. Oh, bro, that shit. Now he got me thinking.
I'm not thinking about that.
See, that's
like, nope, screw you guys.
See,
no.
Like, so what got me, like the first time when we first moved in here, right? It got me good because I was sitting here like I am now, and I got a window here, like basement windows. I got a window here, window over there. So I was sitting here, and it's dark. I had the lights off and everything, and like I said, I thought Pet Sematary is one of the most fucked up movies that's ever been made to me. When the kid comes back, and like, nah, man, good. No,
there's nothing creepier than a fucking ghost zombie baby.
So I'm sitting here, and I think I was on the fucking. I think I was on here with you and JG the one day. We were doing something, and I looked up, and this fucking cat was peering in the window, and it had these bright green fucking eyes, bro. I jumped up, and I went, "What the fuck?" I jumped straight up. I'm like, babe, what the fuck is at the window? She's like, what are you talking about? There's nothing there. This thing moved. After I seen it,
it's a cat. They do that,
bro. But it was staring. It had its head cocked. Like it wasn't just staring with its head straight at me. It had it fucking cocked, like motherfucker. I'm about to kill you.
Like an animal does when they're trying to figure out what the hell they're looking at.
Oh no, they about to eat. That fucking thing was about to come through the window. That's kitty cat. I didn't know what it was, so I went outside and I'm like, looking. I'm like, at the window.
I'll be right back, guys.
And then I started looking, and I started seeing it. And I'm like, fucking cat. I was like, that cat had me shook, bro. Like, when do you ever expect to look up and just see this bright ass green eyes just peering at you?
Anytime you look at a cat at night?
No. That thing was
okay. So we got up the list of shit that scares me and his big balls. Being in the dark, cats.
I think cats don't scare me. Like it was just the way. It was just I was sitting here into the game, what we were doing.
Cats.
And then it's just like if it wouldn't have
light on a cat's eyes at night through fucking,
if it would have looked at me straight, like was like
what's up, dog?
Yeah, like just looked at me, it wouldn't have been that bad. But this thing had its head all cocked, all like hard and everything. I'm like, man. Like, tell me we moved into something that we got fucking possessed kitty cats outside and shit. I'm over here looking. I'm like, man,
what the fuck is going on here?
Watch this motherfucker jump down the fucking chimney and get me. Like my mind started racing. Like I'm over here looking like
we only have parents in here now while Miss Lauren's away. What's the favorite candy you guys like to steal out of your kids' trick or treat bag?
That's easy. That's Reese's peanut butter
cups.
Reese.
Okay, that doesn't last as long as I thought it would because that's 3 Reese cups.
Reese cups, Kit Kats.
I don't fuck with Kit Kats that much. Okay, I'm a Butterfinger person.
Full size, not. I love Butterfingers. Non like full size.
I
like
bet you do.
Hey, nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Yo, they were the best. They were the best. best when they had Bart Simpson with them.
Yeah, nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
You said non-big brand or like
where they don't like just shrink them down. Like
what about peanut M&Ms?
That'd be fine. The candy's the same size, so that would be acceptable.
I don't know.
So you can do like Narrators, Milk Duds.
Yeah, I'm not a big candy eater though. Like
I love Nerds.
Nerds, yeah.
I'll eat some Nerds.
I love Nerds.
Hey, you like Skittles?
I just love the taste of the rainbow.
Hey, if you like Skittles, if they still have it out, try the Mountain Dew Voodoo.
I didn't say I like to have a whole hand full of different fucking Skittles.
Just wants one.
Anyway,
rainbow.
I want to go back, if you guys don't mind. I want to go back. Smee asked me a question about if I had anything happen or experienced anything.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I used to be a preppy kid. I used to be all worried about my hair, everything.
I mean, we could tell by your hair now.
No, I was in the bathroom, getting ready to go out, and no one was at home.
He said Biggie Smalls 3 times in the mirror.
Nobody was home. Nobody. It was just me.
Mike, so I have my smart.
And I'm just sitting there getting ready. I'm getting all my stuff, my hair gel, all that, cologne, razor. And all of a sudden, the freaking bathroom door.
We forgot this, Shuler.
Loud ass bam flies wide open, and it just a brush of nothing but ice cold air comes.
Yeah, I'm out. Fuck my hair. Fuck everything. We out.
My hair stood up. My hair stood straight up.
You said you had hair gel. It was already fucking standing there. You just forgot. Okay.
The ghost
Dude, that was terrifying. I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, are you home? No.
The ghost just wanted to look good too.
Biggie Smiles. Biggie Smiles. Biggie Smiles.
The ghost just wanted to look good. You know what I mean? He wanted to be fresh.
I'm telling you, that's the real story right there. Fucking Prodigy got sidetracked. He said Biggie Smalls 3 times in the mirror, and
as kids, have any of you guys ever done?
Kid, what are you talking about?
Have any if Lauren, I know Lauren has had to play. Have any of y'all ever played around with like the Bloody Mary, the Candyman, and all that stuff?
Hell no.
Not even as a kid.
Yep.
Nope, I never did.
Must be a white people thing.
I'm not doing it. It ain't even got nothing to do with that. It's just I no. Like homegirl said, why can't we just get into the running car?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, like
I'm getting into the running car. Oh my goodness.
I never fucked with that. I mean, I don't know.
I've never played around with Candyman.
Stupid. I don't know if I just found it stupid or just like it's like I don't know. The whole concept made me chuckle.
No, I won't mess with the Ouija board for sure.
Nope.
Nah. That's crossing the border. That's crossing the line.
Here's where Superstitious Schuler comes in. I won't either.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm good on that, man. Like I am.
Like I said, I've been known to be wrong.
He ain't trying to be wrong on that time.
And I might be wrong, but I ain't pressing my fucking luck.
You ever seen the movie Ouija?
Yeah, but no, like so my wife, she had one of them when we first got together. I was like, look, you ain't bringing that motherfucker in my house. Like, you didn't, not even crossing the line. That coming across the door. He snuck that thing in. I found it. You know what I did with it? Yes, sir. That shit went straight out
and burn it.
That shit went right out. I broke that thing in many pieces. That shit took a trip. I was like, there is no way that is coming in. Like, that thing scares me because that thing has the potential. Like, if it's true, it has the potential to open up some evil doors, and there's evil doors I ain't trying to play with.
It's one of those things that's scary if true.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I love the lore, like the folklore and everything else behind all the shit. I absolutely love it. You know, like this is what you do. That, like, I love that. It amazes me. And I'm not gonna lie, like the consistencies between different cultures and shit when you start looking into it is really kind of eerie.
Yeah, the cults that mess with that stuff, like, that's crazy.
Like no, like different cultures, like it's kind of eerie.
Yeah,
but they're usually so damn far off that it's kind of going like, okay, well, if it's a ghost in Germany, you have to do this, but if it's a ghost in Japan, you do this, and if it's a ghost in America, you do this. No, motherfucker, that's not the way it works. It should all be the same goddamn rules. A ghost is a ghost is a ghost is a ghost. It's the same fucking rules.
I agree.
Like the second you start getting like 65 different rule sets depending on what country you're in, that's where you lose me in this. It's like the bullshit flag goes out. Like bullshit. Yellow flag.
Yeah,
Crackhead.
we
15
know,
yards.
We know Lauren wasn't ever allowed to play anything like that. Her dad would have whooped her.
I mean, there were opportunities in which I could. I knew better.
She's like, nope. None of that juju coming with me. I don't know if that juju would even cross the door in your house though, because your whole family is like really big into it and religion and all that. Like, so I mean, that shit would have burnt before it crossed the line. So you touch it would have.
Remind me, never go see Miss Lauren. I don't want to burst into flames when I cross the door.
You ain't gonna burst into no flames, and we are not.
You don't know me that well.
Sinister was a wild movie.
Religious. We are
religious.
We are followers of Christ, and there is a difference, in my opinion.
Hey.
So,
some of us have been accused of being the son of Satan, and I'm not crossing that doorway.
Which you are not. Don't believe everything you hear. You are not. So, tell them I said so.
Well, Miss Lauren said, "Who the fuck's Miss Lauren? She's awesome."
Look up, she's flying above us. See those pretty wings?
That should go well. She's lady likes to fly over above me on the side every now and then when we're talking.
She kind of cool. She waves her wings and just lets her know that I'm there.
Shoot, I'm that killer hornet.
Yo, them things are serious, bro. Watch that become a thing. That's gonna become a scary movie. Watch. Since they just found this.
What was that one they just did? COVID-23 or something like that? That they just tried to make a fucking movie of? It's like, oh my god, you people are fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's crazy with what. Like, do you think the launch has there been a good scary movie that's come out lately? Is there anything like that was good?
I think 95 was when New Nightmare came out. Annabelle had a good movie in general or good concept, because there's been a lot of good concepts. There's been some piss poor execution.
I think it's just a concept. That's a good concept. I don't think the movie was that great, but the concept of the dolls coming alive like that and fucking you up, great concept.
I mean, Quiet Place was a good concept. The movie was trash.
So what?
Actually got that's the first movie I've actually been asked to leave. Was Quiet Place.
Were you being one of those guys?
Why were you asked to leave?
Because he was in there going.
He wasn't quiet.
Because they were.
No. Has everybody seen the movie? Before I do this, has everybody seen the movie?
I've seen it. They're coming out with a second one.
I have not, but I don't really care because I'll probably not watch it.
Okay. The way they killed these things at the end is there was like a high pitched noise.
Yeah.
And then they shot them in the face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the miss.
Okay. Now these things took over the entire U.S. I am living in West Virginia. Do you know what our first reaction is to something that we don't know how to kill?
Shoot it.
You want to guess? Shoot it in the fucking face. Probably going to work. If that doesn't work, then we'll improvise and figure it out.
Because if that don't work, it's time to run, homie.
these things cleaned out the world, and the answer was shoot them in the face. I can tell you right now, Texas had that shit figured out. Florida man had that shit figured out. West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, upstate New York, Maine, the entire country of Canada, the Russians. Like, everybody had that part figured out a long time ago. You're going to tell me at the end the answer was shoot them in the face. Nah, dude, you lost. You fucking. No, I went off in the middle of the fucking theater. Like just a true Shuler rant. It's like I want my. It's like this is fucking. I want my money back. Somebody should be They should be castrated, never be allowed to reproduce, and never have another thought again. Like this bloodline needs to end.
Oh my gosh.
Like you need to leave, sir. Hey, God damn, I needed to leave a long time ago. I needed to leave before I bought the fucking ticket.
What's your favorite thing about Halloween? Start with Lauren.
As I've gotten older, I really enjoy passing out the candy for the little kids and seeing little kids' costumes.
Now
we just got some candy. We've got them. So this year, obviously with the Rona and everything like that, we got like little tiny Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
And which we're sprinkling like little pieces of candy, and we're just having like we're gonna set up a table like right in front of the garage, and we're just gonna have them like just pick up one. Yeah.
What's going on, Swing?
So you're locking the Corona in a baggie and giving it to kids?
No, they're gonna put gloves on while they get the kid. That's some scary shit
in there. And two, no, we're not locking the Corona in there.
Oh my God!
It gets transmitted through the air.
Well, here's the thing: we've got the bags are clear.
Got air in it. What you say? You can see the Corona. Like Borat had a thing like where you see a virus over here, you smack it with a pan and spray it and.
Number one, these kids gonna be all right because I'm pretty sure I had this thing. I'm pretty sure I had this doggone thing back in March.
God.
It was terrible. It was the worst 3 weeks of my life. It started off with the chest pain, and then it led to the cough and the headaches at night, in which I was having hallucinations. But I survived it. I survived.
Yeah, I mean, it was. It's serious. Like because the Coronas, we put a little baggie out.
The Coronas
has air. The baggie has air. Air carries a virus. So technically, you're handing little baggies of virus to kids.
What happens if she sprays lights?
No.
Lauren's the new monster. It's the new movie coming out, 2021. The Silent Lauren. We gotta stop. It's gonna be on Twitter tomorrow.
No. Laugh it out.
It's gonna be on Twitter tomorrow. Lauren's handing out the Corona.
Laugh it up. I ain't going.
Don't worry, I am.
There you go. That's a good one. You should make a zip line and have the ghost take it to the kids. That would be funny.
That's too much work. I ain't doing all that.
With Shuler's face on the front of it.
They want the kids to stay. Well, you know what? You save a lot of money in candy if you put my face on it. Because everybody's going to run away.
Could be true. Could be true. And more candy for you, Lauren.
Cheeks hurt.
You want the candy or you don't?
So hitting on that, so there was one year I didn't go trick or treating. I thought it'd be fun to just scare kids. Like that was my thing. So
oh my Lord.
I had the whole outfit, like the Michael Myers outfit type deal and mask and all that. So I got myself to a point where I laid myself so still in a weird position on the stairs, and I had my hand in the bowl, but I didn't have it sticking out where you could see it. I had it at the bottom, so as they reached in, I could grab it and pull them.
Oh yeah,
so I was sitting there, and I'll never forget this. So this lady, her kid was instantly scared, like kid was not going in the bowl like at all. So the lady was like, "I'll get it for you." Blah blah blah. Mom was like, "I'll get it for you." And I had to take the shot as soon as the mom reached in. I mean, I was dead still. Like they were kicking me, and I was letting my feet flop as they kicked me and shit. Like I was like letting everything loose so it would go with it when they kicked me, so they wouldn't think nothing was there. So I'm like, she's full tilt on. She's on that that notion. She's like, you better not fucking scare me. You better not. Like she's saying it, and she goes, nothing better happen. Nothing better. Like she's on 10. Her she's already knowing something's happening. So she reaches in. She reaches deep. Like she reached down right into my hand, and I grab a hold of her wrist and I yank real hard, and she literally pissed herself and shit herself on the spot. I kid you not. I kid you not. Like it was her husband was dying. She screamed, and I'm telling you, it was literally in one of those one of those scary movies where you just hurl it out. She's like, "Oh my god!" And I mean, she tried to run, and like it literally it was over. Like she looked at her husband. She's like, "I gotta go home." He's like, "Why do you gotta go?" She's like, "I peed and shit myself." I was done. Like I had to come out of the mask and everything. I was laughing so hard. And I'm like, I apologize. I was like, I didn't mean to scare you like that, but I wish I could have recorded it. It was that was probably one of my favorite Halloween memories. Like that is just when you get somebody like that and they know it's coming and you could still get them. But like, I mean, most people, because I was letting all the kids grab. Like I wasn't really trying to scare the kids, more like an adult type I was going after, because I knew if I scared one of the kids, it was probably going to traumatize them. So
probably,
like, I let my hand real flat like this, and like I had it like real flat so the kids can just grab and go. And then like as soon as I knew it, like she was so scared to grab, put her hand in that damn bowl, and it was just like you heard it too. It was like you heard her piss, and you heard, like it was all let loose at one time.
Sure.
What?
You're
muted, buddy. You're muted.
Yeah.
Hit the button.
I came in at the wrong time.
No, I was
like, no, the first thing I heard was, well, you heard her piss, and I'm like, what? What the hell? I just walked in.
No, so we got into the subject of our favorite Halloween memories. So I was telling them how before you left, I was laying down. I was laying down the steps and I had my hand in the bowl and I was letting all the kids take it. And then the mom came up and she was already scared. Like she was one of those people that just, you know, she don't watch scary movies. She don't do haunted houses, none of it. So I was telling them, like, she reached in and I literally grabbed her by her wrist when she put her hand in the bowl because her kid was not having it, wasn't reaching in the bowl. So I grabbed her and I yanked down on her arm and she pissed and shit herself right on the spot. Like I was done. So
that poor woman.
What was your favorite memory, Lauren? I know you gotta have some kind of memories out there.
Oh gosh, favorite memory.
Yeah, I see some of them candy shoots. And candy shoots are cool. Some of them that they got made.
I don't know. I mean, don't judge me. When I was little, I used to go trick or treating, and then my church that I went to, they deemed Halloween as satanic.
Yeah.
So they started creating like the church that I went to, they created what they called a Hallelujah Carnival.
Oh boy.
So it was basically just like, you know, a carnival in which we you know,
did the exact same things, but just
they did was they had like different stations of like different games, and they made it very much like a carnival, like, and played gospel music and all that stuff.
So did the exact same thing, but took all the
no costumes or anything like that.
No, you could wear costumes and everything like that. But not like, you know, like the scary, like, you know.
So you had to dress up as like a unicorn?
Let's see. No, you can dress up like movie characters and stuff like that. Like my sister, she dressed up as Pocahontas. So
you just couldn't do like Michael Myers, Jason, and all them?
That's scary. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a ton of like Halloween like memories.
You know, it's probably not one of your biggest, like, is that like not your favorite?
Like in high school, we did go to like haunted houses and stuff like that.
Yo, man, I appreciate the sub, dude.
We did go on hay rides and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, when you're in high school, you can make up your own.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know.
I'm glad you brought up haunted houses.
Nothing too crazy sticks out for me.
What about Prod?
Best time trick or treating.
It don't even have to be trick or treating. It just be Halloween in general. Like, what's your favorite memory from Halloween? Like, even through a kid or an adult, it don't matter where you're at.
Probably all the bag snatching.
The bags.
You snatch bags. Oh my god! Shoot, nowadays you'll get shot.
Oh no!
Yeah, right. Like kids can't even go corning or anything, toilet paper, and you get your ass whooped. They don't play that game no more. I remember that as a kid.
You were a fucking prick. When I heard you had you were a good old fucking asshole.
He was a bully in school. All right, Shuler, what's yours, brother?
Jesus. I don't have a favorite one, but I do have a most memorable.
Oh boy.
So I mean, in hindsight, it wasn't bad.
Here we go.
But so my 8th grade year, I moved down right outside of Dallas to live with my dad for a year. First year I ever lived with him. Only year I ever lived with him. You know, they had this big haunted house. I was like, okay. He's like, oh, you know, like all these kids went to the haunted house. It was like almost like an unofficial 8th grade field trip kind of thing. Like everybody went.
Yeah.
The church went, like everybody went. It's Texas. Everybody goes to fucking church. Whether if you don't give a shit if you're a devil worshiper, you still go to fucking Church of Christ on Sundays. You're going.
They start heating up when they walk through the door.
Yeah. I dodged a few bolts. Well, back then I wasn't as cynical as I am now, believe it or not.
That's hard to believe.
Life will do that to you.
Yeah, no shit.
I feel it. I feel it. I'm with you.
So we're going through this haunted house, and I'm short now, guys. If you guys don't know, I'm only 5'6". I'm a little feller. So can you imagine me in 8th grade? I was probably like 5'1", 5'2".
You were probably 4'10". Get it
Can we
right.
give him a scary short card?
Okay, you know what? We'll just call it 5. We'll call it 5 foot. We'll call it 5 foot, and not even just that. Yeah, yes, really, Swain. I'm only 5'6". So we'll call it 5 foot even. How's that? So I'm going through this fucking haunted house. You know, in 8th grade in Dallas, Texas, you've got some of the 8th graders like 16 years old, like 6 foot tall, 16 years old, like big motherfuckers. Because there's the not good school system. Well, we're going through this fucking haunted house, and somebody jumped out behind the group behind us, and I got fucking face slammed into a wall, like just into a wall. Busted my fucking teeth. Like I'm sitting there fucking bleeding. It knocked out 2 teeth.
Damn.
And chipped 1. And so I'm sitting there like, I can't believe it. I'm sitting there like holding my mouth and everything else.
Right.
Like I said, not the best Halloween memory, but the most vivid.
The most vivid.
So like even the guys with the chainsaws are actually as fucked up as is using our chainsaws to like motion us to the exit. Like
Yeah.
They didn't bother turning on the fucking lights.
No.
But they kind of escorted us.
Like my face is leaking everywhere. My teeth are on your floor.
They didn't turn off the chainsaws. They didn't do, you know, nothing like that, you know. But I'd lost 2 fucking teeth and chipped one of my front ones. It was trippy. And then I saw the guy actually afterwards that shoved me into the wall. He was like a 6 foot fucking 4-inch black guy. And I'm like 5 foot tall. And he tried to run and he didn't see me. So the irony of the fact that number one is you got like almost 2 feet taller than me.
So it was like you're really playing Madden just earlier in life.
So number one, you're like 2 feet and like almost 200 pounds bigger than me, and you tried to run. And the other fact was that I'm fucking short.
I'm so sorry you experienced that, Sure.
So
I'm not. It's fucking hilarious.
So getting into it, like have like
I
like
still won't
going
go to a haunted house.
Yeah,
I won't do it.
So now getting into like that haunted stuff like that right there is like the haunted houses and stuff. What is the scariest one of you guys ever been to? Like I know.
So I went to this one in Texas.
Oh my god! Here we.
Everything that went down, crazy what went down with you was always in Texas.
Yeah, you need to get the fuck away. You need to leave Texas alone.
I did. That's why I'm back in West Virginia.
So there's one up here. They have a bunch of them in PA. I mean, there's a shit ton of them in here. They have like Jason's Woods. They have Field of Screams. They have what's the other one? Shocktoberfest. There's another one. I can't think of it, but I went to this one. It's called Shocktoberfest. They had like 3 or 4 different things there, but the one part, it was horrible, absolutely fucking horrible, because they used this old like mental. It was like a insane asylum, but it was no longer in like
we got to West Virginia. Yeah.
So they turn all the lights off in this bitch. Like it's pure fucking black. I mean, you can't see the person in front of you. So like people are holding on to each other, trying to like follow their way through. You have to feel your way through to find your way out. Right. This fucking thing. people are jumping out left and right. People are falling on their fucking asses. Everything. Worst part of it is you're coming out. You come out at the end. Once you get to the end, like there's like when you come out, right? Coming out and your eyes aren't adjusted. Like your eyes are just stuck in that dark. Because you know
You
how
don't
it is.
go to the haunted houses in the dark.
No, I'm saying
dark?
like when it's so dark and it's so dark in there, it's pure black. Like your eyes can't come back to being able to see like light normally right away.
Yeah.
So
I know what you're talking
like, we come out the door and like this. It scared the shit out of me. There's this guy. He's right behind the fucking door as you come out, and he's got a chainsaw, and he's like, "Nyeh!" And I mean, he's winding this thing.
Those were the funniest,
bro. I ran so fast, like he couldn't even chase me. There was people, and what was worse about it had just rained, so from everybody tracking the grass and everything, it got so muddy. Hell no, everybody behind me did though, because I was gone. Like, look, there is one thing I can do. There's one thing I can do is I can get up and go when I need to go. It might not be very fast, but it's gone.
Unless it's dark.
But
and you just watch a scary movie and then he ain't going.
Nah. But at that time, I ran
booking it. Remember?
I ran a 4.9 at this time, 4.940, fastest I ever ran it. So I could still move. My knees weren't blown out like they are now and everything like that. But I was good. But it was funny as shit because it made me laugh after I made it through it. Everybody else started like, he got this one girl. I felt so bad for her because she slipped my ass first, landed on her back. And I mean, when I'm talking about mud, it was mud. It was like you landed and you got stuck mud. She goes to get up, and she does one of those peel outs and falls face first in it. Like this girl she couldn't get up. Like she was done. She was done after this. Like she just could not get up, and then like the guy had to stop using the chainsaw and help her up and get her out of the fucking mud and get out of it. Like that was probably one of the best ones because, like I said, they had four different ones, and the one we went into the jail. I was dating this other girl, but she could handle her own. Like she told you she was gonna punch you in your mouth, you're gonna get punched in the mouth. So we're going through this thing.
So almost like when you try to scare your daughter and you about got laid out.
Yeah, pretty much. So, so we're going through this thing, and the guy grabbed her on her butt. I'll never forget this. Right, grabs her. She's like, she told him she stopped dead there, like held up traffic, everything. Turned around, grabbed the hold of him. She's like, if you touch me again, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. This dude thought she was joking. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. So, go around the corner. I don't have to protect her. You know what I mean? So we go around the corner, right? Go around the corner. He grabs her again, and I'm talking. She straight cocked back and said, "Wow!" And I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I mean, he went straight to his back. And they're like, and then he had hit. I guess they have a thing where they can hit the button or call something, and when something like that happens, and like they all come rushing in, they're like, "Oh, well, you guys gotta leave." I'm like, "Bro, like really? We can shut you." I was like, "We can shut you down right now for sexual harassment." And they were like, "Oh, like they they wanted to backtrack then," and we ended up getting like free tickets for it after that. Like it was like she cracked them, and I mean like. It was they were some of my best ones.
I guess the real question is, how did you get out of that relationship?
That one? That was wild. That was like its own scary movie. So,
have you seen the video of him scaring his wife in the shower? He's still in it.
No. I will take this one. I will take this one by far over that one. Trust me. No, like I literally went to move.
Either way, he's getting his ass whooped.
Like honestly, I went to move out of that one. Right, I went to move. When I went back there, I went for my clothes, right? I had got my own apartment and everything, got away from it. That relationship got real bad real quick.
Well, yeah, she likes to hit people.
So, no, she never hit me.
Yeah,
but no, I went back and I'm like, I went for my clothes. I'm like, yo, where are my clothes at? And she's like, I threw them in the barrel. I looked down at the barrel and then bitch is blazing on fire. I was like, yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, Lord.
Bro, look. There was a fire in the sink when I went back. There's a fire in the sink with pictures burning. My clothes were burning down there. I was like, oh no. We're like, I literally, it's pouring down rain. I didn't even care. I took my mattress, threw it on top of the car, tied it down, it was gone. I was like, we'll get new clothes. I understand. I was like, gotta go. It was like it was my own scary movie. I was like, cause what's going to be next is me laying in the bathtub on fire. I'm good.
There you go. The best horror villain ever is a psycho girlfriend, wife,
it is
husband, significant other.
Nah, so what were your guys' scariest ones?
Lauren, but women do crazy a lot better than men do.
I mean,
it's a lot scarier.
Women are crazy.
So what have it?
You said
vindictive.
For the record, I didn't say it. I didn't. It wasn't Shuler. For once, Shuler didn't say it. Love you, Miss Lauren.
Because when you're out here doing stuff you ain't got no business doing, we are coming at you with our all.
But what happens if we aren't doing it? What happens if we aren't doing it?
That's more my theory. Yeah.
Like what happens? Like I'm saying, like okay, so you want to touch on that? Like, so what happens if we aren't doing it and it's in your mind that we are doing it?
Dude, I got yelled at for not being home enough when I was in Iraq.
See, no,
I got my ass
okay,
ready.
so
You ain't home enough for me. You're not here for me. Like, bitch, I'm in Baghdad.
So
there's crazy and then there's batshit crazy.
Okay, let me rephrase. My experience has been batshit crazy.
Okay, well,
so has mine.
I can't defend that. I can't defend batshit.
Lauren said I ain't crazy like that.
Right.
What crazy are you, Lauren?
I mean, if I see something other than what you said, then yeah.
See, like me with Lauren is like she got this like reserve spot, right? But then when you cross that spot, like that one little spot, Lauren goes ham. Lauren goes ham. It's there. Look, she ain't even looking at the camera right now.
Dude, just in the last, just in my life, one person I would be terrified of if they ever like snapped and got mad at me would probably be Miss Lauren.
No,
because she's so nice. She's so nice to everybody that if she ever lost her shit,
I think everybody's running.
I would be fucking terrified.
I'm at that age now where like I don't.
All right, Lamar, have a good night, buddy.
I feel like I'm at that age where like I don't lose my stuff. I just get quiet.
I'm saying that if you ever like fully lost your stuff, it would be.
She's throwing hot grease on your ass. That's what's happening.
No, I'm just the silence alone
is enough.
It's going to affect you more than me being crazy.
Yeah, because I've never met a quiet woman.
Yeah. If they're quiet, you know you did wrong. Yeah.
He said I never met a quiet one. I don't think any of us have.
Yes, quiet and cold. See, Maleficent knows.
So, like, seriously, to finish this off, because we're almost done here.
Yeah, you got 6 minutes before you can't render this. So
no, that's not right. I'm going off my record time. It's at 1:47, so we're good. So I gave mine. What is your guys' take on haunted houses? Have you guys been to like anything like really scary?
No.
Really? I just fucking told this story.
Well, I know that. I mean, you got beat up, but that's not scary.
He didn't get beat up. He got harassed.
5 foot tall, when you're 5 foot tall, it is.
He got harassed.
I mean, no. Have you guys ever seen that one that's out there in California where you got to sign a waiver?
Yeah, fuck that. If you can touch me, I'm gonna touch you. I don't give a damn who you are.
That's just wild. Would you ever do that? Would you ever do that with like?
If I could swing back, yeah.
No, I'm saying like if you can't swing back.
Oh, fuck you. Why would I sign up to get my ass beat and not be able to do anything?
See, the thing is where I think where I would lose my shit on that. Like, I think I can make it through that, but I think where I would lose it at is when they shove anything in my mouth. Like, no, because they could shove like weird shit in your mouth. Like
no, we're going to court.
It's a waiver you got to sign before you go in.
No.
Yeah, but there's limits to waivers. Let's get this out there, because this happens to EA too. Like in terms of service, all that shit. There's fucking limits. On
EA's the scariest. Is EA the scariest thing in Halloween?
To me, it's the scariest thing every day of my fucking life.
Weekend League.
Weekend League sucks right now.
I ain't enough to play that shit yet.
That's what she said.
Same.
Yeah, I haven't played Weekend League in 2 months.
The rewards aren't worth it this year.
I haven't played in 2 months.
Dude, my Madden experience is just about done. Like,
so Miss Lauren, I think
I gotta go. It's my kid calling. I gotta go.
All right, brother. So,
all right.
See you, Shuler.
So on.
Hey, baby girl, what are you doing?
Mute your mic, bro. But no. Shuler did ask one. What is your favorite candy at Halloween? You weren't here at this time. I think you were going to wrestling.
Oh, by far.
I just want to see if it's
Whoppers?
everybody. Oh wow, she went the opposite of all of us.
Yeah.
I would have to go Whoppers and Twix.
Wow. I mean,
Where'd you guys go?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh. I like Reese's. Okay, but the question is, do you like them cold?
I eat them cold.
Good
Yes.
cold
You
too.
put them in the fridge, yeah. I won't eat them unless
like,
there's
I
like
don't
a chill
like
form.
like I don't like them when they get mushy. But I've
Yeah,
had
yeah.
the I have the luxury of living like super close to the Reese's peanut butter factory where they make them.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
I'm like literally
You smell it every day?
10 15 minutes. No, we can't smell it from here. Like, but they used to do a thing where you can actually go in and get that shit as soon as it comes off the line. Like it comes off the line and it gets wrapped.
Right.
It's like heaven. I've never been to heaven, but I know it's probably like that experience. I'm not even joking. Like eating a fresh Reese's peanut butter cup is like life changing.
Oh yeah.
I'm like honestly like I had a chance to eating like Hershey bars fresh off the line. I've had all that because they used to do it before they moved a lot of the stuff down to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And like when the family, like the Hershey family, really ran it and did all that. It was crazy because you could actually taste all the candy like fresh. Like it was anything Hershey's made that you get to taste it if they made it like right here. Like they had like the Hershey's chocolate factory was right there, and you would drive through Hershey and it smelled like chocolate the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would lose my mind. Like I'm not a big chocolate person, but when it comes to Reese's peanut butter cups, we can talk business.
So we can talk business. I'm not a big milk chocolate, but I love dark chocolate. In fact,
I'm not a dark chocolate fan.
I'm not a dark chocolate fan either.
I love dark chocolate. In fact, every year growing up, I would get those huge like Wonka bar Hershey dark chocolates in my stockings. It was great. Loved it.
Just I don't know. I'm not like a white chocolate.
It's actually better for you anyway, so you know.
I'm not a white chocolate person.
For all you health nuts, I can do white chocolate.
Hey, who wants what's better for you when it comes to candy?
I mean, I'm sure it's all bad. You know, I don't know.
Tons of sugar.
Yeah.
Tons of sugar. But I think that one's gonna do it for us since we are here almost at 2 hours, and if we go too far over 2 hours, we can't convert. That one was fun. I appreciate you guys coming on the show and having some fun.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Yeah,
this
man.
Fun.
Like, I like this direction of the show. Like I think it's fun just breaking it up from video games and just talking about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all need that in this freaking platform. It gets nutty after a while. It's all you
stressful.
Do. It does. I think it gets mind taxing more than anything. It's like you're just like,
for sure.
What can I do next? What can I do next in this community? What can I do next for content? You're always chasing something, so it's like a nice little breakup.
Exactly.
But I look forward to having more of you guys on and doing this again. And enjoy Halloween. If you guys are interested, guys, tomorrow night we are doing Halloween movies in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, !point Discord, and then you can join us about 8 o'clock. I believe we're gonna start. Not too sure what movie we're starting with, but we're gonna have a bunch of us in the Discord watching Halloween movies.
Nice.
Just a little something fun to do with the community, the Get Sticky crew, and anybody else that wants to join in on that. That way we can have kind of just like build more than just a community like that. Just overall get to know each other a little bit more and maybe see some people get their shit scared out of them. Not gonna be me, promise. But guys, this will go up tomorrow. This will be live tomorrow on Apple Podcast. It'll be up on Spotify Podcast. It'll also be on Anchor FM. It'll be on Google. It is on 8 different platforms now.
Nice.
It'll be on 8 different platforms, and yeah, so it'll be up there. We will see you guys probably next Friday. There is a possibility the show is going to move to a different day just because Fridays get so busy for everybody. So it could be earlier in the week, but we will keep you guys locked in on Twitter if that happens. So we'll see you guys next time. Peace.